Right, you got your paperwork there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But it would have been nice if you'd have sent me this sooner.
You'd be all right.
Yeah, but I literally have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, that's the best part.
But
You'll be all right. You ready, mate?
I guess so. We're just gonna go for it.
Welcome to Fish and Brits, the very British podcast from very Floridian America, where we break down the strange things that happen both sides of the pond,
Making sense of our lives as British amongst the USA locals, answering your burning questions.
and dust off our ever-failing memories of life back in England. I'm Adam Graham from the south.
And I'm Wayne Ruffley from the Northwest.
Or you had to put northwest in there.
Well, yeah, I'm from Liverpool, aren't I?
You couldn't just put it as
Let's
a
calm
nice...
down, lads.
It's just a nice north-south divide.
It's good.
Oh, all right. That's it. We're doing a great start there. All right, mate.
Hiya.
Well, there we are.
We are. We're finally here. We've come all the way on a, how do we say it in England? Pissing it down.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Drive
Wasn't good.
down somewhere Orlando. I don't know.
You got to see a rainbow, though.
I did. The rainbow was gorgeous. That was mental. Like I don't think I've ever seen a rainbow that bright and like completely full.
Yeah.
We got a bit of the double rainbow, but then like we'll have to put pictures up. Maybe I took a few of the. It was coming up off the wheels from the car in front of us.
It was. I saw that part, but
Rainbow Splash. You danced under that name,
I used to
didn't
dance
you?
under that name, yeah. Oh,
With
we're doing great.
30 seconds in, we've cracked the first joke.
That's it. I mean,
And it was good because you didn't write it.
Right, anyhow, so welcome. Yes, podcast, episode 1. Why are we doing this, mate?
For a laugh, I think.
All right.
Well, should we talk about how it started?
Yeah, all right.
Kind of. So we were out having dinner with our families. We both have amazing families.
Oh, that's right.
And we get together every now and then and do Christmas. Well, Christmas came and went. So around March we finally got together for Christmas dinner?
Yeah, we do Christmas as friends and families in January because we're too busy in the actual Christmas season.
Yeah.
So we do a little bit later on. And yeah, we're sat around at the pub because of course we are.
Yeah.
You've got your missus Jen, your daughter JC. I've got my wife Chris and my son Bryson. Bit of an age difference between JC and Bryson.
Yeah, a little bit. She's 17
and he's 2.
Yeah.
They get on really well. But we're sitting around and we'd just been having a song with Bryson that day. It was the Wheels on the Bus. And my wife, Chris, and I were singing the song along with him, and we go, the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. And then she comes out with, what the hell? All through the town.
Yeah.
All through the town. What the bloody hell is that?
I don't know. So that's when we realized, hold on, why did she say that?
Right,
because
because
that's
clearly...
how I learned it here. And then my wife said the same thing and agreed with Chris. And we're both like, no, it's not that.
It's all day long.
All day long, which I don't know if that makes more sense or not, if it does.
All through the town, all day. We won't get into the semantics.
But anyway, so that's kind of what started of what is different between the Brits and America. What and why is that little thing, what it was going on there?
It's also nice to remember that it's still in us after all these years of being over here.
Yeah.
There are still things that we can claim superiority over.
Yeah.
And that's one of them.
So we had a few more drinks and whatnot, and then we went home.
Yeah.
And I had a few more drinks. and
That's not like you.
I know, it was weird, because I usually don't. That's a lie. Anyway, so we're having more drink, and I'm sitting there, and I just had a chuckle to myself, thinking about a podcast, because we've talked about maybe all these podcasts, and it's the all new craze. There's not a lot of people. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's not a lot of people doing podcasts.
Not a lot. No, one or two.
So I thought we might as well jump on this bus while it's just getting started, and
Right.
So anyway, I started laughing to myself, and I was like, we could call ourselves. We could do this, and I thought, well, we could do like fish and chips. We can go around and we'll figure out fish and chips. Who's got the best one? And that's how I kind of came up with Fish and Brits. And so I messaged you, and I was like, I've just had an idea. Fish and Brits. We'll go and find Fish and Chips podcast.
Right.
And then about, another half an hour later, I came up with the little jingle that I came up with.
Yes, it is, yeah. You'll hear at the end.
Yeah, you'll hear that later. So, and then I get up the next morning, and he's like, right, I've got this license, I've got that ready, we'll do, and that. Hang on, whoa, what are you talking about?
Well, you see, with you, it's just easier to do it and tell you it's been done.
Yeah.
And then you do things.
Yeah, because I'm always like, oh, mate, I've dropped my phone, I better move that. And then I'll go to bed, and then I'll come downstairs and go, where's my phone?
Right.
Oh, that's right, I dropped it, I was supposed to pick it up. That's kind of how my brain goes sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, pretty colours. Oh, look at there's a monitor up there with our face on it. What are we talking about? Podcast, that's right. That's how my brain kind of fires off.
I've genuinely lost where we are because of that just then.
Yeah, sorry. That's my life.
And
Welcome
so, yes,
to me.
I just find it easiest to get on with things and then tell you where to be.
Yeah, so
that's how we work a lot of the time throughout the year.
pretty much. Yeah.
Concerts, sporting things, dinner.
I mean, just down to the fact he's like, yeah, we're going to get together on a Wednesday. Why? He goes, well, because you're off on Wednesday nights. He knows my schedule better than I know my schedule.
Yes, that's a necessity, though. I mean, I have played your secretary for a long time.
Yeah.
You haven't made me wear the skirt in a while, but
Yeah, true.
I do know what your schedule is.
Yeah, so here we are. I'm thrilled to bits about it. There's a British thing for you. Thrilled to bits.
Thrilled to bit. Thank you for telling
Well,
me
yeah,
what's
you know,
British.
but I'm just saying it out loud. So I'm really excited. You probably heard in the beginning I said I have no idea what's going on. I literally don't know what we're doing. You've got ideas, and I'm going to give you my answers.
It's true. I handed you a slight breakdown.
Yeah,
because any
by
day.
slight breakdown, it's one piece of paper with some words on it.
Yeah, I've got a few more and a laptop and tech equipment and 2 bags and a lunchbox. You don't need to know about that.
That's the thing. Why is there a lunch bag?
You don't need to know about that, do you?
Okay,
it's so much easier. Just go with it.
I am. I'm. That's another thing that I'm excited about. Is just going with it.
Just go with it.
Because usually I'm like, panic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not going to happen.
I mean,
What if? I'm the what if.
You've got 2 British people with anxiety and ADHD sat on a couch together.
I mean,
what could go wrong?
I mean, you're the only one diagnosed with that.
Well, true.
But you recognise that with me, I guess.
I just assumed from Liverpool.
I mean,
Right, so who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to know?
I want to know.
I mean, there's a lot.
There's a lot. How did you end up here? When did you end up here? And why the hell did you end up in Florida?
Oh, God, mate. Okay, so I'm going to have to try and condense it because it is a bit of a story. My dad
Yep.
was an absolute leg end, as he called himself.
Yep.
My dad was a knife thrower, bow and arrow act, Western performing act. He toured all over England. He'd worked with Cannonball, the Grumbleweeds. I mean, he'd worked with a ton of people. I'm not going to go down the list now, but that was just 2 that you're like,
Right.
you know, the Americans aren't going to know who that is, but anybody British is going to go, bloody hell, yeah.
Hey, look up Cannon and Ball. They're good.
Well, Cannonball came over here for a bit and did a stint at, King Henry's Feast, the old dinner theatre.
Yeah.
So dinner theatre. So that's how we got here. So in England, it's like if you play America and then you come back, you can double your money. Oh, he must be good. He's played America. So every British performer, their goal is to get to America. I mean, I know of magicians that have gone, well, we're going to Las Vegas next week on holiday, you know. While they're on holiday, they'll go outside, you know, the Grand, whip out a deck of cards, take some pictures, come back, said, oh, yeah, I just got back from work in Vegas. Yeah, we did the Grand and did the other one. And then we did that one with the thing outside of it. I've worked it. And you're like, hang on, did you really? Well, no, but...
That was the perfect description of Vegas, though, as well.
It is, really, because it's a bit of a bunch of buildings. So anyway, I'm getting distracted. There's the ADD. So the goal was to play America, right? So my dad had actually just done a really big season down in Bournemouth at the Bic Centre with Cannonball, the Grumbleweeds, and the Nolans. And I forget who else was on the show, but it doesn't matter. So then this audition came up for America. Right. And this guy who worked with my dad on one of the shows was like, hey, Jake, this audition, you should go to America. You've got to go to America, right? So we went back up to Liverpool, and then about 2 or 3 weeks later, I can't remember the time, we went back down and we auditioned, and it was for a show in Kissimmee called Wild Bills. It was Fort Liberty is what the dinner theater was, and it was a Wild West dinner show,
Right.
hosted by Wild Bill and Miss Kitty were the characters, and it was like the bicentennial, celebration. So Wild Bill has brought his acts into the fort, and it was a real fort. Like the front of it was a real like wooden fort with the poles and the whole thing.
Yeah.
And they had the dancing girls, and the specialty acts were my dad with the knife throwing in the Bower act. We had Native American dancers, who were the Big Mountain Native American dancers, and then they had a trick roper, whip act or whatever for the closing act, and it was fantastic. It was when they say what did they say? You wish you knew you were in the good times when you were in them. Like those were great times. I grew up there, so we auditioned for that show and we got it. And then that's basically what brought us to the States. Now, what was supposed to happen was they were building another show in California. And they were doing another Wild Bill show, and we were supposed to go to that show. Well, the summer season was coming up, and my dad had gotten a phone call from them and said, "Oh, listen, we're a bit behind on the build. As things go, we're running behind. Would you mind waiting?" And Dad's like, "Well, listen, if you don't sign me now, I'm not going to be able to do it. I've got to do the summer season, otherwise you're going to wipe out my year, you know."
Right.
And they go, "Oh, no, don't sign anything," because we were doing puntins. My dad was on the puntin circuit.
Was he?
Daddy's puntins, very posh.
Not Butlins, definitely Butlins.
No, puntins. All right. And so he was going to sign for another season of that, and he was making really good money. He was doing well, my dad. He'd been on TV, Noel Edmonds. He'd done all kinds of my dad. We can probably do a podcast alone just on my dad.
We'll probably do one.
Probably a season on my dad, because such a legend.
We'll do a special episode.
Yeah. So how did I get there then?
Don't know.
So anyway, California, we're not ready. My dad, let us know. No. So they said, no, we're flying to Orlando. We're going to bring you to the Orlando show. We'll squeeze you guys in. And then when California's ready, off you go. Right. So, of course, we come to Kissimmee and basically, kind of take over. Like, because my dad was so popular in England, he'd done the TV spots. All the British tour people that were coming to the show were like, that's the guy from the Noel Edmonds show. So then there was vacation packages. Thompson Holidays was one, Virgin Holidays, right? All those type things. We didn't know at the time, it was probably a year or two in at this point, that they were literally selling the show on the British Airlines, and it was all my dad, like the video clips. Oh, dad, and then the Native American dancers and my dad. Right. Native Americans, and we've also got these dancers and my dad, and so all these British tour groups started coming to Wild Bill's. Right. And then the business was booming. Right. So when California was ready, they called right, Ryan, we're ready to bring you to California. And the Wild Bill's here were like, yeah, no, you're not getting our knife thrower. We can't let him go. So, boom. We were only supposed to be here for 1 year. Yep. And then, total, the contract was for 1 year, and then we're going back to England. Right. And ended up, we were here for 2 years, and then 3 years came around, and then they signed my dad to a multi-year contract, and they didn't do the math. So within that time, we were here long enough to apply for the green cards and stuff. Oh, right. Because we were tied to them visa-wise. We couldn't go, the mouse was coming to us, hey, we want you to come and work for us. We couldn't because visas and everything. Right. And I was 13 when we moved here. So, it was like I couldn't really go anywhere. Couldn't do. Anyway, we get our green cards on our own. And then that was that. And so that's how I got here, ultimately. It's a big, long story, that. I
was going to say, that's a good one.
Has everyone fallen asleep yet?
No, I
didn't even crack a joke in there.
Our whole lives.
Okay, we know how I got here. How did you get here?
Well, it's not that as exciting as yours. I was working as an actor in England. I did the whole university acting degree, all of that stuff. And then I did... I did some shit jobs that weren't in theatre. And then I got some actual work in theatre for a year and a half, consistently. And it got to 1 October in 2009. Don't ask me how old I am, because I can never put the age with the year. I was born in 86, 2000. I was, 22, 23, something like that. And I didn't have anything for Christmas. I had a contract that ended on October 31st, and I had no work for November or December. Nothing had popped up. I'd been working at a theme park, actually, doing some stuff. Chessington World of Adventures.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And we finished our Halloween season. And as I said, I didn't have anything. And then I saw an audition for how should we put this? I saw an audition for a local fairground here in Orlando.
Yeah, there's a couple of fairgrounds.
That, for some reason, wanted British people.
Right, yes.
To start in 2010.
Yeah, it sounds magical.
Something like that. So, October 31st rolls round. About 2 weeks prior, I'd gone, right, there's an audition on November 8th. Plane ticket, let's do it. And my lease in London was up. I just totaled my car the 2 weeks prior.
So you didn't need that anymore?
I didn't need that.
Right, that's gone.
Didn't need that anymore.
Yeah.
I was on the way to skydiving.
Yeah, sky jumping.
Oh, sky jumping.
I've done that, yeah.
Yeah, over Stonehenge. And I slipped in the rain on the way out. And I crashed into, what was it? It was just a wall at a petrol station, gas station, petrol station on the road. And I knocked the front of it. I still got there to do the thing. I sent the car off home.
Oh, good.
My mum was thrilled by that. I didn't come home, but the total car did. I went and skydove. Was that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then I've turned it to you. That had nothing to do with the bloody story. So I didn't have a car.
Yeah, car's knackered.
Put it simply, opportunities in England weren't great for me at that point. Wasn't looking good. That audition came along on November 8th. Right, well, let's get a plane ticket. I got rid of half my stuff in London. The other half went into my mum's attic. I just got a lot of it cleared out last year, actually. Finally. I went after buying a house, having a kid, getting married. I think we're good to get rid of some of this stuff.
You needed your Legos.
I don't know where they are. My Meccano's somewhere. I don't know where that ended up. Do you ever have Meccano?
No. What's that?
That was the metal pieces with the little holes and you had to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, what? That's called something else when I was a kid.
I don't know. They didn't have. What was it?
Was it?
Sabutio?
It wasn't that either, I don't think.
Remember Sabutio?
I don't remember.
Who are you?
Who are you? This is
Where's that voice coming from?
This is producer Owen.
Hi, Owen.
He's in the background. He's our token
Thank
Welshman producing this here podcast. But it's a
football game.
Oh, with the little men.
Oh, yeah. Why didn't you say the football game?
Yeah.
We would have known what you're talking about then.
Anyhow, where was I? Right, so
you were in London, I think. At the time.
I was in London, and on a week's notice, I'm like, all right, let's get out here. Luckily, my dad and my stepmother lived over here, so I gave myself a bit of time over that Christmas season to see what I'd get, and I sort of hung around until spring. And then I got a call that, yes, you're joining the fairground.
Right.
First wheel minder. That's what I was doing. Yeah.
A Ferris, that's
Ferris
what
wheel
you
minder.
the thing to as a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, why not? That's first thing. I like the Ferris wheel.
Do we clarify why we were calling it the fairground, or we just like?
Yeah, because we're covered by 10,000 NDAs.
Yeah, true.
And it's just
can't talk about.
It's just best in this day and age not to talk about.
All right, let's be honest here. We're Secret Service, aren't we?
We are Secret Service. That's it.
MI5.
And luckily, I got MI5. I can't even spell that.
MI5.
That's the second time I've done that joke in this episode.
Yeah.
We're not doing that one again this season.
I'm 0047.
Oh, yeah. 0042, that's my waistline.
I'll be 0048 in October.
Oh, that's right. You're 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyhow. And so I got the gig.
Nice.
And that's where I met you.
That's how we came together, yes.
And we've stuck around ever since.
Pretty much, yeah.
We've done a lot.
We have.
We've worked on a few different things together. We've worked on a few things separately.
That we can't talk about.
NDA. We've got lives that intertwine. We've got separate lives of doing other stuff. You're my son. We can talk about that. You're my son's godfather.
I am indeed.
For his sins that are still yet to come.
Oh, I'm going to teach him well.
I'm sure you will. But here we are. Yeah. I should bring up one elephant in the room.
Go on then.
And it's not either of us, although we're trying to lose weight.
I'm doing pretty good, actually.
Yeah. I just had my Brussels sprouts tonight.
I wonder what the smell was.
They clear through.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh.
Get out my head.
What? That's funny. Our accents.
What, Brussels sprouts?
Our accents.
Oh, yeah, accents.
We need to cover this up. All right, because every time I go back to England, and this just happened last September, October. I was there last then. That was terrible grammar. I've got a.
You really are English.
I've got a master's in creative writing, and that's the best I could say.
Where'd you go to school? Wales. Sorry, Owen. Sorry, mate. That was a low blow. We've just met.
You have just met.
We've just met, Owen. I have.
So the dialect, and everyone else, there's always someone, and it was my mum's cousin this last time who goes, "Oh, what's it like having a son who's got an American accent?" And I don't hear it.
Well, because he doesn't talk. He's 2.
No, me.
Oh, you. Oh, sorry.
He was asked. No, my mum's cousin was saying to my mum about me.
Yeah.
And bloody hell,
that was too easy.
It was too easy. And the same for you. I know you've had that a few times because in our line of work, we have to use our British dialects quite substantially.
Yes,
but not
my actual dialect.
No, they're very specific at the fairground.
Yes.
And we're both married to American ladies.
Uh-huh.
And we're around Americans all the time.
Yeah, because we're in America.
And as I've used the example before, if you moved to France, you would learn the language. So we have assimilated some of the language and the stuff from America. I
wouldn't use that accent, though.
No, French, no. Oui.
Oh, la la.
Bon
la la, lad. How you doing? Bonjour.
Why? Where'd that come from?
I don't know. I didn't want to do a French accent. Comment allez-vous, lad?
Oh, parlez-vous et français,
yeah,
mon cochon d'Inde. Okay. All right. It's the only thing I know. Où est le cochon d'Inde? You know what that means?
No, what's that?
Where's the guinea pig? It's the only thing I remember. I didn't go to France.
I thought
much.
That was the Brussels sprouts. Oh, whoops.
No,
sorry, too much.
They'd call them Belgium sprouts, though, wouldn't they? Brussels. Is Brussels in Belgium?
Off the track.
Anyhow, so
accents.
They're not exactly. I don't think we need to dwell on it. They're not exactly what you would expect from us sometimes. We're trying hard. It's a sore subject some days. Nothing will piss us off more when someone calls us out on it, perhaps out in the street at the fairground.
Yeah.
We can do it. Sometimes it's a little more natural to be more natural and relaxed with what we're saying.
Yeah. I mean, I'm noticing it probably because I've got a headset on.
Yeah.
But my accent's going all over the joint.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've gone to the north, the south, to America and back again, and France via Brussels at one point.
I always explain it when people ask me, like, that I've got this weird fuse in the back of my head that is my accents.
It's quite short, that fuse.
And it just kind of shorts out, and it goes like, click, 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 click. So then, because I am originally from Liverpool, so Liverpool accents are very hard to understand, you know what I mean? Like, so when I first moved here,
I do a brilliant one.
People did not understand me when I first moved here because we talk very fast in Liverpool.
Right.
And so, like, I got tired of people going, sorry, what? And I'd be like...
You talk the same speed you run after nicking a bike.
Yeah. Idiot. But anyway, yeah, so that's kind of what happens to me. And then, like you said, at the fairground, it's a specific thing. So then I can't talk like that. So I have to go here. So then I start sounding like this.
Right.
And then when we're with each other, we both go English. And then it still isn't full Scouse for me. But then when I start talking about it, it starts coming forward. So now you'll find as it goes on with the podcast, now I've brought it up, I'm going to start sounding like my dad.
And when we get angry,
when
we
I'm
get
drunk,
very... No, I didn't say drunk, did I?
Pissed off and drunk. That's the cue for the wife. When I've had enough drink, she's like, okay, he's English, let's get him home to bed.
Right.
Because and then I go to sleep. But then
that's how you got married, wasn't it? All right, he's English.
She did pick me up in a bar. But so that's kind of how I explain how my accent is the way. Because all my mates in Liverpool, you know, after being gone for a while, and then you have a phone call, whatever, and now of course you got FaceTime. So I FaceTime people, and they go, "Why are you sounding like that, lad? Well, you're a proper American now, aren't you?" And they give you, and then you feel like, Well, no, because I can still hear my voice. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But actually, I'm sounding like this. Like, what's up, dude?
My dad just edited some old video this week. He's a video editor. That's why he's editing video. And he found some old stuff of when I was 3, swimming in our pool in England.
You a fancy pool when you were a kid?
I know, we put it in.
To blow mine up?
I think it was the only pool in Whittlesea at the time.
Oh.
Whittlesea's near Peterborough, and Peterborough's near Cambridge, for anyone who doesn't have a map to hand. That's where I lived. And my voice is unrecognisable. I'll have to show you it sometime. It's a proper country Fenlands, Cambridgeshire. I sound like my grandma, and she was the best person in the world. It's her accent to a T. I'll have to show you it to you.
Yeah, it is weird. It is weird how it's changed over time.
Oh, so much.
Like I just said, weird. It is weird, right, man? Instead of weird. And it does my head in sometimes because I just don't hear it.
I honestly don't know what my real accent is anymore.
Yeah.
From England. I've got video somewhere of the last show I did in England. I need to look at that sometime.
Oh, we got to pull that clip.
Oh, it's terrible.
I know.
I'm in the safari outfit with puppet dragons.
Please, can we pull that clip? Can we?
Yeah, all right. We can get that later.
I've got to see that.
We can get that another day.
Okay, we'll
get that another
That'll
day.
be a laugh.
I'll get you that.
Okay, yeah.
Episode 2, you can have some of that.
Yeah.
I'll find that.
And, there's got to be... there's stuff that my mum's got. Because my mum lives here. We all moved here in 1990, so I was 13. So I've been here 30-plus years.
Right.
So, of course, my accent's going to change.
A bit.
My Uncle Roy moved to Australia, in his younger days. And he's full Australian, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it just happens.
Yeah.
But that's why we sound the way we sound. Is we've just been here a minute.
Yeah.
We've had to acclimate, of course, as you do.
Yeah.
And that's about
so basically,
up. Yeah.
Don't give us a bollocking on social media.
Yeah.
Dialect. All right. Excellent.
Cheers.
Moving on, I think.
Are we? Where are we going?
We've got...
Oh,
producer.
We've got
hang on.
Oh, what is that?
It's
Big Ben.
It's Big Ben. Oh, doesn't that make you feel like you're at home? The sound snaffus and everything. It was great.
Yeah, it was good, that.
That's all right. That means it's time for 11s, because that's the clock gone round, you see. 11s.
Yeah, go on. Explain 11s.
All right. When you've had your breakfast, but you need that thing before lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, usually around 11. Oh, that's right. The glasses are coming out.
Yeah, they're glasses.
Do you want...
Tribute, what's that?
Oh, hang on. I've just knocked my mic. That won't be the first or last time. Well, it will be the first. It won't be the last time. Do you want Tribute or Doom Bar?
What? Why does it say that on the glass?
Okay, because these are 2 actual glasses from England.
Yeah.
That I've nicked over time from a pub or 2.
We all have.
We all have. This one was from a last trip last year, actually.
Okay.
And this one was from when I've been to this brewery. I don't think I nicked it then.
Okay.
I think I nicked it on another trip.
All right.
But either way, you can have that one because that's fancy.
Okay.
You can have Tribute.
I'm taking Tribute.
That's it. And then I've got over here for 11s.
Pale ale.
Because, yeah, it's good, is that?
Okay.
Oh, I've got an ice pack there.
I just was worried that the reason for the glass is what was going in it.
It is.
Oh, is it?
We've got here Old Speckled Hen. That's your 11s. Because it's... What time is it, Producer Owen? It's 8:03 p.m. when we're doing this one, so even though we're calling it 11...
It's a bit late,
Cool.
isn't it?
That's the Brussels sprouts again. Did you hear that?
I was going to say, was that your Brussels sprouts or the gerbil? Hang on, I'll have a go now. Ah, fuck my fingernail. Oh, shit, that's on my pants now. Fucking hell. Oh, you said I can't say...
I said you can't say effing and jeffing, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, because your mum's listening. Oh, my mum's going to have a listen.
I know. Sorry, Mum, if you're
Oh,
listening.
your mum's lovely, mate.
She is.
Remember that one time when she came over and we had a good time?
You mean my wedding?
No, she wouldn't have a good time at the wedding.
Didn't you?
No, we did.
Oh, we did. So now's the time to tell me.
We had a laugh. Best $80 I've ever spent on a bed sheet and an inflatable mattress.
I just realised we're on a podcast, so we should say we're just pouring the beer out now.
Oh, yeah, we're just pouring beer and we're going to let it settle.
And my God in heaven, that's made me need to wee.
Oh, could you have said that anymore, Bridget? Oh, I need a wee. Have you got a tree in the back, Owen, so we can have a wee?
Oh, one day. All right, hang on. It didn't end up there.
Hey, that's a...
Because you got to pair stuff with it.
You can't go outside and pee behind that tree. That's illegal, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, you know, full-grown man touching a baby's penis. Wee! That's an old joke, that.
I didn't even get that.
Because you're out going up against the tree. Never mind. Cheers.
That's it. Yeah,
are we cheersing? What are we doing?
Yeah, let's have a cheers.
It's not on my clipboard. I don't know what we're doing. Clinky.
Clinky.
Oh, that's... What's your mate say? That's not proper.
Oh, the podcast I listen to.
Yeah,
I don't think we can say that. Yeah, clinking's common, I see.
Yeah, clinking's common. You can look that podcast up.
Yeah. But of course, Eleven's also comes with a snack.
Was I not supposed to shoot that beer?
Jaffa cakes.
Oh,
there you go.
One of my favourites.
These are actually from England.
Well, I would hope so.
Well, no, because there's an American version, isn't there? Oh, listen to that.
Oh. Explain the Jaffa cake.
All right, a Jaffa... Hang on, let me just pass one over to...
Owen's
producer
drooling on his
God.
laptop there. It's like he'd never seen one.
I didn't get you a pint, but I'll give you a Jaffa cake. There you go.
Yeah, sorry about the pint, Owen. I didn't know that was what was in there.
Well, my cooler only
Cheers,
fit
mate.
two, and I've got...
Cheers.
Yeah, anyhow.
Nowhere to put this fucking glass here. I don't want to knock it over. I'm terrified.
You'll be all right. Now, a Jaffa cake, if you're not familiar with it, it's the best biscuit in the world. For me, I think.
Yeah, it's like a dessert biscuit, isn't it?
There is a debate as to whether it's a cake or a biscuit, but I call it a biscuit.
So it's a spongy, like cookie, basically, biscuit, and then it's got what flavors in there? Is it?
It's orange.
Orange.
It's like
jelly.
a little orange jelly disc.
Yeah, it sits on that, and then covered in chocolate. So I'll keep talking while you fill your mouth.
I will.
That's going to be boring, isn't it? Oh man, listen to them chew! Isn't that entertaining?
People do that, don't they? That ASMR.
Oh yeah,
ASMR. I can't do that. Oh, producer Owen felt left out with a beer. He's
got his own.
He's brought a Budweiser.
Oh, like a real Welsh American.
There you go. American.
I'm going to get in trouble for digging in on this one. That's also another Scouse thing. Okay, Liverpool people called Scousers. You know, that's another thing that gets me going as well when people come like, oh, you're a limey. I'm going to punch you in the face if you call me that.
Right.
Because, you know, that's someone down in London. You know. So we all call different things.
What's your problem with the South?
Absolutely nothing. Nothing. We almost moved.
You wouldn't have culture without
In fact,
the
when
South.
we were going to finish our contract here, the plan was to move down south when we got back to him. Because my dad was also a fully qualified hypnotist on the list of things that he did in his life. And so he was going to go and open his practice down in London and just retire because we've been on the road forever and ever and ever.
Right.
I can't remember exactly when my dad started doing the knife throwing show.
Right.
But my family is entertainment background.
Yeah.
My granddad was a bandstand drummer, and he played every musical instrument under the sun.
Right.
Banjolele. Of course, my uncle, I said of course like everyone knows, my uncle.
Oh, yeah, your uncle.
My uncle was in the band in Liverpool. Yes, knew the Beatles. There's tons of stories there.
Farron's Flamingos.
Farron's Flamingos, if you want to goggle that.
I found it on the wall of the Cavern Club when we went.
Yes, at the Cavern, my uncle has his own brick on the wall of famous bands that always played the Cavern.
And they just did a Cavern Club pub on a cruise ship somewhere.
That is right.
And that replica of Farron's Flamingos is on the cruise ship.
From what I hear, they molded that section of the wall, and that's what they used to put in the pub. So he's on a cruise ship as well.
Well, good stuff. I didn't.
I'm having a Jaff.
Did we mention the beer? I said that we poured a beer. This is old Speckled Hen. I'll tell you why this one while you're eating your Jaffa cake.
Go on.
Back when I was at university in Winchester, we had a pub right opposite our student union accommodation. Student union, yeah, it was a student union. And that was where we went every night. And my pint of choice was an old Speckled Hen. My friend Sam, his was a Green King IPA. Mine was a Green King Old Speckled Hen because it was owned by Green King at the time. I don't think it is now. No, it's not. It's a Moreland now. Oh, the times have changed. Goodness. But this was what I would drink during university.
I feel smarter.
Oh, don't. You got a theatre degrees. If I'd been smarter, I'd have switched to something else. But yeah, this was this was the pint that got me through 3 years of university.
It's lovely.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's okay. It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, we consume a lot of drinks, us, don't we? So,
we do.
For some reason.
Well, shall we, with that, shall we say cheers and keep on having a drink?
Cheers.
Cheers again. And move on to the daily news headline.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, well, it's news.
What's happening in the news?
Oh.
Coming to you live from the studio of these knobheads, we bring you the news at
The news
8:09. What time is it?
I don't know. Look at that.
Dong.
I don't know if we've got the rights to that, so we can probably fade that out.
Yeah, we probably.
Yeah.
What's the limit on the time for that? 10 seconds?
I don't know. I didn't know.
I mean, I spoke over it, so we're all right. Yeah, it's giving us the you're all right, lads. But
I generally just go along the ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
You better not be pulling that out for me to taste. Oh, you changed that.
No, I'm not. I've changed it. Yeah, don't look at that.
Marmite.
Now, you don't like Marmite?
No.
Duly noted.
No. And don't have me try it, because it's not going to happen.
It'll be great. Eat another Jaffa cake.
That'll be our first fight on the show, if you bring that in.
Yeah, we'll have one of those.
Another Jaffa Cake 2, please.
Yeah, that's a great technique. Put a Jaffa cake in your mouth when I want you to stop talking for a minute.
All right.
Anyhow. So, yeah, talking about Winchester, because that was the nice segue there that happened. The day one that I moved to Winchester, which was the university town, I picked up a local newspaper. Because I like that. And whenever you move to a new place, I firmly believe you should pick up a local newspaper and get a subscription to it to know what's going on in your doorstep. The biggest change comes from what's happening right around you. That's my spiel. But anyhow, I picked it up.
I'm nosy.
What are you nosy about?
No, you're nosy.
Oh, yeah,
I need to know what's happening.
Well, yeah, you do. That's the point of bloody news, isn't it?
Okay, go on. I don't do it.
And front page news, Friday night. Hanging basket thief still at large in Winchester. That was it. That, I swear to God, that was the front page. And from then on, I've found what the British find newsworthy absolutely bloody hilarious.
Yeah.
Because we'll make a news article about the most obscure things. And that's what this segment of the show is.
Okay, excellent.
All right, I've found two for today.
But is the headline witty as well? Because the headline has always got a bit of wit to it as well.
This one is a bit blunt, okay? This is... I don't want you to see these things. You've got a better reaction.
I can't really see...
You can't really see.
How good do you think my eyes are?
Yeah, true.
That you think I can see that? All I can see is a bloody chicken wing.
All right, it's not even that, so you're fine. This is from the Metro, which is a newspaper you get in London. It's a free newspaper. Rescuers learn that the exotic bird they found was actually a seagull covered in curry. I swear, there is a picture of this bird that is covered in, looks like turmeric.
News at 11.
After a bright orange bird who was found on the side of the A41 near the motorway was spotted for its unusual look. After someone called it in, folks at the Tiggywinkles Wildlife Hospital in Aylesbury took the tropical-looking bird in, not knowing where it flew in from, and assumed it was exotic. But I hadn't read this part. But a quick wash later, they realised it was just a seagull, covered in curry and turmeric. Oh, I got the spice right. Fittingly, they called him Vinny.
Vinny.
After Vindaloo. And it's not the first time the incident has happened, as another seagull fell into a vat of chicken tikka masala in 2016 in Wales.
Of course it did.
It was Wales. And their tagline to finish out is, so at least if you're late night benders and covered in...
Well, hang on, read that again.
Oh, hang on. I need to put my own glasses on.
If you're late night benders.
So at least...
And the end.
Soho. So at least if your late night benders end covered in last night's curry, then don't worry, you're not the only one. And there it is. That is a huge seagull.
It's like something from a fairground we work at.
Yeah.
It's like a phoenix.
Oh, look at that. There you go.
Oh, I said too much there.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, that's...
that
we've got no idea how he got
funny.
into the predicament, but thankfully, apart from the vibrant colour and pungent smell, he was healthy.
It is a pungent smell.
It is, God. So that was a good one.
That is funny.
This one is a classic.
Okay.
I'm Jack Sparrow. Drunk woman claimed she was as... They need some punctuation. This is the Daily Mail. That explains that.
Oh, there you go.
I'm Jack Sparrow. End of sentence. Drunk woman claimed she was a pirate as she hijacked a passenger ferry and floated away from the police. Look at her. That's like my eye makeup first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
This is the job I can talk about. I play the captain at a Pirates Dinner Adventure here in Orlando, and I'm not the best at taking off my eyeliner. So Wayne will see me rock in at 7:30 in the morning, still with the previous night's double show eyeliner on my eyes.
Yeah. He claims he's worked at Pirates that night.
It's OBT, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Now we're
fucking hell, zoomed in
there. That was a bit much. My good grief!
Wow.
Do you want to see this, Owen? Do you want to press your button? I'll give you. This will give you a scare. Hang on.
Owen's got 3 monitors around the studio here, and we're about to zoom in on all of 3.
Look at that.
Wow.
That's something else.
Aye.
Right. Alison Whelan, 51. God, she's only 6 years older than you. Wait, 6 years? 4 years older than you. That's what you've got.
No way I remotely resemble that.
We shouldn't judge. You're not allowed to in this day and age. Alison Whelan, 51, and the rest, stole the 100-seater ferry on the River Dart in Devon after she'd been drinking Lambrini and eating deadly plant nightshade for 2 days, causing her to hallucinate. She shouted, "I'm Jack Sparrow!" and "I'm a pirate," after she unmoored the Dart Princess passenger ferry, a 45-foot vessel from the Kingswater pontoon, and set off up the river. She could be heard laughing and shouting from the deck, "What are you going to do now?" And, this is classic, and "I believe this is out of your jurisdiction." That's the best thing for a drunk British person to say.
Parley!
She was sentenced to 112 days in jail for the incident, which saw the ferry bumping into other boats like a pinball machine in a police chase that lasted an hour.
Nino.
What were they in, a rowboat?
How big is the stream?
That's
River.
excessive.
River? Boat.
River.
Oh.
The amount of people called out to recover the boat and the damage caused to other vessels made it quite an expensive night. I'm sure that was an understatement just there.
Wow.
Good, great. Look at it.
The picture. Oh,
Look at it.
God.
That's not a small vessel.
No.
How did they chase that for an hour? Good grief.
Wow.
There we go.
How are people on the podcast going to see that? Can you put a link up or anything?
Yeah, we'll do a news link on as a story
on the Instagram or whatever.
Yeah. We'll do a link.
Speaking of,
there.
go to our Instagram, hit like, smash the buttons, and do all the things. Kids do.
Oh goodness me!
Yeah,
that was good. All right, now we don't have music for this part yet because we just came up with this one today. But we're gonna do because I'm fed up.
I've got Google.
I know, but I'm fed up of people saying that British food is crap. So
yeah, it's shit. No, I'm kidding.
No. Anyhow, so we're gonna talk about in the kitchen. Can you get rid of that screen for me so I can get the bigger size because my eyes?
Thank you, Owen.
Aren't what they used to. Thank you, Mr. Owen.
In the kitchen. Mr. Owen.
Mr. I know.
He's younger than you.
Is he? Yeah, I think we are. How old are you? 38. You're older than me.
Oh, for God, you ruined. Just don't
ruin
talk,
the joke,
Owen.
haven't you?
All
right. And for today, we're not going to do all of them because cracking on. Found a website.
Yeah.
Called Best Life.
Okay.
It's a news magazine thing. 25 weird British foods Meghan Markle needs to know about.
Okay.
This is from the before times when she hadn't, split the royal family in half. More on that in another episode, I'm sure.
I better read some stuff then.
It's all right. You don't just watch The Crown. That's
all I know is they moved to America.
That's factual, isn't it?
I'm not nosy. I don't care.
Yeah, it'll be all right. And I resemble this remark, the first part. Britain is known for a lot of things, but great food isn't one of them. Oh. I think it is. This article says not. We're going to find out. Haggis.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not a good one to start with.
It's not the best, is it? Not a fan of it myself.
Go on, what's in it? For those who don't know, haggis.
It's handily here. Haggis is made by mixing sheep's heart, liver, and lungs with oatmeal and onions, and it's cooked in the animal's stomach.
Can you pass me them Jaffa cakes, Owen?
They're right. There you go.
They're right next to me.
They're right next to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he'll have one.
I'll get you. There you go.
Yeah. Jaffa
Listen, I'm supposed to be on a diet here. Why am I eating Jaffa cakes?
I know, because
I'm not supposed to eat past 6 o'clock.
You're going with
I'm
it.
intermittent fasting.
You'll be all right. Offal.
Keep hold of them.
Well, that's
I don't
bloody
need them over here.
Offal. I'm with you there.
What's that? Sorry, mate. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What's that?
Offal. That's all the organs. The British will eat every part of an animal.
No, I think that's just how the Scots pronounced awful.
Bloody hell. Yeah, the haggis is awful.
It's awful.
That was better
That's
than your.
fucking awful.
That was better than the audition you had to do for a Scottish accent the other week.
For the fairground.
For the fairground. All right, spotted dick.
Yeah, go on. What's wrong with that?
I don't think there's anything wrong with a spotted dick.
No, me either.
I feel like we need a translation here for the Americans. This is a pudding.
It's when you get an itch in your
It is
the dessert. Go on.
This is a sponge pudding with dried fruit served with custard. It's not the worst thing.
No, it's not.
Black pudding. We get asked this a lot because
I love
the
black pudding.
fairground does black pudding. I think it's all right. I didn't think it was all right when I lived in England. I didn't like it then. I've grown to like it. Hang on. Talk a second.
I
I'm
grew
having
up
a mouthful.
on black pudding, because it's part of a good English breakfast,
Yeah.
A full English comes with black pudding. So.
Now, I don't know how you eat it. I can't eat it as like, let's just have the black pudding, a chunk of it. I like to use it and spread it on other stuff in there. Because it's quite a grainy texture.
Yeah, I mean,
It's more of a condiment than anything for me.
Oh. I mean, I'll just eat it as is, but
closer?
I'll get a bit of sausage, dip it in the egg, bit of black pudding, boom.
Chance to be a fine thing. White pudding. I've never had that.
I haven't either.
Well, we'll move on
Does
then,
it
won't
say
we?
what the difference is?
Also a sausage, but made using pork fat instead of blood.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Good for keto. Jellied eels.
No.
All right. Now, I distinctly remember my stepdad, Keith, fantastic man. He had family from London. Has family from London. He's in England. My mum's over there with him and my sister. I distinctly remember him having jellied eels once, and I tried them, and it was not good.
Yeah, no.
Terrible. Southern thing, yeah. So London, very London.
Yeah, Southern.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So it's eels in aspic. I think it's aspic. That's the sort of gelatin that you put in that stuff. It's bloody awful.
Yeah, just go to the next one.
All right, this isn't fair. A list of some of the worst stuff for Meghan Markle. Toad in the Hole. Toad in the Hole is fantastic. That is, I would go to town on a Toad in the Hole right now. Mm-hmm. That is a sausage baked inside a Yorkshire pudding. That is carbohydrate and fine sausage. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's like sausage butty.
Yeah. Put some gravy on it. Golden.
Yeah.
Periwinkles. My grandpa liked these. Little winkles from the. Did you like those or cockles? He probably liked both of them. Cockles as well.
Cockles and mussels and cockles. Isn't that a song?
It is now.
Cockles and mussels. And
what do we got? Marmite. All right, Marmite.
No.
No?
No, I can't do it.
What's wrong with it?
I've tried. No. I think what happened was the very first time I ever tried it,
Yeah.
I just put it on too thick. Because you're supposed to put it on real thin, like almost, you just don't even dip your knife in, you just wave it over the top of the jar and then wipe that on.
You show the bread the jar.
Yeah, and I just went, and then bit in, and it was like, I might as well have just chewed on a salt brick.
Yeah.
And so, I know, but now I just cannot get that. I can't eat the slightest little bit of it, and it just takes me right back to that same too much flavor.
All right, I've got some champagne Marmite.
And I've tried it. I've tried it with everything. I've done the butter and the toast, and I've done every which way you can to try it. I've done it.
All right.
But I'm not a Marmite guy.
Do you put it in pasta sauce?
No.
Oh, my friend Chloe taught me that one in university. Put a teaspoon or a good spoon of Marmite in your pasta sauce. No, but it gives like a good... What? What? Closer. All right. This is the first time we've done this.
Yeah.
I didn't want to spew Jaffa cake over
into
you.
the thing.
All right. Can you hear me now?
For those not watching at home, Adam just messed up the microphone.
I did. I pushed it too far back, and Owen did semaphore and tried to get...
He did sign language.
There's an aeroplane that's just landed over the top of the house just by the arm movement strip. But, all right, next one. Kippers.
No.
No, what's wrong with kippers?
No, I can't do fish. I'm really picky with the fish. Like fish and chips all day long, but like kippers and...
That's a great breakfast.
What's the other
kippers?
one? Yeah, for someone that's not me. I don't like them.
All right, that's fine. That is a smoked fish, an individual smoked fish.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Right. What's that? Bread and dripping. Oh, no.
Oh.
That's the fat from beef or pork served on toast.
Yeah.
That's a bit much.
I think my dad used to.
All right. That's below the belt. Mushy peas on here.
Yeah, that's not a
That's
thing.
great.
Why is that even on the list?
That is a gold standard side dish. I like mint sauce for mine.
Yeah, it's just peas that are mashed up.
You know, we used the joke about a fairground. I first had my favourite mushy peas at a fairground. There was a fairground that just did a little tub of mushy peas and mint sauce mixed together, and that was a snack to walk around.
Oh.
A lot of green vomit on the floor. But it smelled nice. Potted shrimp.
Potted shrimp?
I've never had that.
Potted
shrimp. Oh, what does it say? Potted shrimps are brown shrimps soaked in a nutmeg-flavoured butter and stored in... No, all right, you can have that.
Don't even...
Mince pies.
Come on, that's a Christmas treat.
All right, we'll sidebar that one because...
Christmas
is coming. Brown sauce, HB sauce, nothing wrong with HB sauce.
Yeah, no, HB sauce is a gem.
I taught you this the other day. What does HB and HB sauce stand for?
Houses of Parliament.
Houses of Parliament.
Yeah.
It's like a brown ketchup, just with much more flavour, spices, fruit. But you'd use it like a ketchup.
Yeah, it's got a fruity flavour. In fact, there's a fruity flavoured HB sauce as well, isn't there?
Tangy.
Was it?
Tangy.
Yeah, it's got a tang to it, not fruit. Yeah,
and then
tangy.
there's Daddy's sauce that's light brown.
Yeah. Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Easy.
All right, and then pork pies.
Yeah, again, pork pies are
Nothing
brilliant.
wrong with pork pies.
Delicious.
That's literally what you expect. Pork in a pie, but you eat it cold as part of a sandwich, not a sandwich, like a salad. That's your protein in a salad, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's also delicious with HP sauce.
She's done it. It's on here. How are you going to put a Scotch egg?
We're done with this bit.
Okay, this bit's done. We are calling this bit there because we're going to have a whole talk about it. Because a Scotch egg, you're going to hear me. If we could put, and did those feet in ancient times over the top of this. A Scotch egg is the finest food item ever created in England. It is the most versatile, appropriate, filling, comfort food thing that can ever be created.
And it's easy.
It is.
Boiled egg, sausage meat, breadcrumbs.
Done.
Fry it.
Anyhow, all right, that's the end of that bit just there. Goodness me.
Stupid.
All right, well,
thanks for bringing that to us, Adam.
Yeah.
That was great.
Shall we go to the mailbox? Let's go to the post, shall we?
Mailbox? Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have to sing along?
Together. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat.
Early in the morning, just as day is
Oh, there you go.
he picks up all the
Oh, my God.
Producer Owen, do you have some mail for us from our listeners? I do. All right, send it over.
Is this the stuff that people questions?
Yes,
they send
yeah,
in
we've
from
been asking
the
for questions.
Instagram and stuff.
And if
Again,
you,
go to our Instagram.
if you wish to ask any questions, go to fishandbrits.com. There is a link on there. You can email us at fishandbrits@gmail.com or use the link, which is just easiest, on fishandbrits.com. All right, listener questions. There we go. We genuinely have no idea about these. All right, here we go. What do you think is the strangest American culture you have witnessed? And what is one thing you miss about England? That's two questions, but that's from Brianna. What do you think is the strangest American culture you've witnessed?
Oh, thank you, Brianna, for the question and submitting. I don't know.
My one, we don't want to go into politics on this one, but I think for me it's how politics are like sports teams. It's that level of that's bizarre to me. Mm-hmm. And I hate that we have to get into it every 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gotten absolutely worse over time, and we're not going to go on to.
No, we're not going to go into it. But
I agree with that. Yeah. I don't think I really have.
What's the strangest American culture? If an American walked into the room right now and say, "All right, roast me for the things we do," what is the strangest thing?
I honestly can't think of anything right off the top of my head of that.
Florida, maybe the lack of walking. You can't.
Oh yeah, you cannot go anywhere. In fact, lots of British people, when they come on holiday here, they think, "Oh, I've looked at the map and we're at this hotel and I drive. Universal's just across the street there." No, it's not, mate. It's a 20-mile walk because of the way the pathways and the roadways and this. That's my culture. I almost dropped the F there. Why? I moved here in 1990, and I-4 still isn't finished. And they started it before I got here. The roadworks. What is going on with the roadworks in this country?
The culture is just not being able to finish anything.
Yeah. Get on with it.
Yeah. They're very good about knocking things down, but not rebuilding them here.
Yeah.
History for an American is 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We're going to get roasted for that
That
one.
could be a pet peeve as well.
But just getting rid of heritage.
Yeah.
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 I mean, my school in England was over 1,000 years old. No, wait, no, that's not wrong. That's not right. It was founded by Henry VIII. So that's hundreds of years at least.
Yeah.
1,000 years old. I'm getting mixed up with another school, aren't I?
Another fairground.
Another fairground. And what's one thing you miss about England? I think that goes into that question there. I miss being able to walk around. I really miss it. Being able to just walk down to the corner shop and come back home.
Shop.
I hate having to get into the car for everything.
Yeah.
Everything. All right. Question number 2.
Do I not get a favourite English thing?
You did, didn't you?
No, I don't think I did.
Oh, I thought, no, go on. What do you miss about England?
I would say we touched the food. I miss a full English breakfast whenever I just want to do an English breakfast.
Oh, yeah?
I have to go to somewhere, and, luckily where we live, we've got 2 good spots to go and get.
We do.
Some full English breakfast. And we'll talk about them at some point, right? We'll check them out.
Yeah.
And whatever. But yeah. Some of the food, I miss some of the food.
Yeah.
Luckily, my mum's here, so she cooks me like steak and kidney pies.
Yeah. I try to make as much as I can. I'm trying to get Bryson onto it as he grows up.
A good pan of scouse. Do you ever have scouse?
Pan of scouse?
Yeah, do you know what scouse is?
It's you, isn't it?
No, it's like a stew.
Oh, yeah.
Chunks of meat, potatoes, carrots. And
all right.
Scouse.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 2. I'm curious. If you're writing in, can you do a Dear Wayne and Adam in the future? Oh, actually, no. It's on the form. It just doesn't come through. Ignore me. I'm being an arse. Dear Wayne and Adam, I'm curious if there are any superstitions that they have in Britain that compare to the ones we have in America. Like, for example, in my family, and I'm not sure how many other families do this, we have a superstition about holding your breath when you drive past a graveyard. Oh. Are there any superstitions like that you can compare? And that was from Faith. Oh, hello, Faith.
Wow.
Sorry, Faith. I didn't mean to say about the Dear Wayne and Adam. We realise that's a technical thing. Carry on. You're fine.
Carry on.
Carry on. Holding your breath when you drive past a graveyard.
I've never heard that. Have you ever heard that?
Tunnels in the UK. We used to do the tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
You can't.
Do a tunnel.
Oh, well,
Yeah. No, we always.
I thought you were saying hold your breath in a tunnel.
On the horn.
That's similar.
Say, do Dartmouth Tunnel. You'd be dead by the time you get out the end of it.
You should do the Channel Tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
Wish they did it the other way.
Yeah.
You have to hold your breath when we get there.
Oh, God.
Shoes on the table was one for me. You never put shoes on the table.
No.
Never do that.
Mm-mm.
And this one...
Also, get your elbows off the table.
Oh, I'm terrible at that.
Yeah, that was big in my nan's.
Is that a superstition or is that etiquette, not superstition?
I mean, that's more etiquette, I guess, but I just went off on the...
The shoes on the table was a bad luck thing. And passing people on a staircase, I still can't do that now. I'll wait the longest time possible to not have to pass someone on a staircase.
I'm dodgy around ladders. I won't go under a ladder. But that's everywhere.
That's everywhere, isn't it?
That's about the only superstitious thing I think I...
Ladders and black cats are fairly...
black cats, yeah, don't go past them.
Umbrella inside.
What's that?
Umbrella inside.
Umbrella inside.
Yeah, don't open your
yep.
umbrella inside. That's not good.
I mean, in our line of work, you don't say Macbeth in a theatre, do you? Don't spit at
Hack
me.
2.
Don't. No.
Sorry, Mike.
Good grief.
Sorry.
I'm
Hack 2 that I know. Bang.
so glad. Yeah, you don't
have
say
another
that
drink
one.
now.
And yeah, keep drinking.
Wait, aren't you supposed to spin round 3 times as well when you say it?
If you're in, okay. If you say it in a theatre, you go outside, you spit, so you were right on that, and you turn around 3 times.
I thought so.
And then come back in.
Thank you. I'll take the point for that one, Alan.
Oh, well
on
done.
the leadership board.
Well
Mr.
done.
Wayne.
So yeah, good question that.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a
You've
good
got,
question.
don't you have a very superstitious family? Because your dad, wasn't he a bit all-seeing?
Oh, yeah, my dad. Yeah, he was extremely sidekick.
We have to do an episode on your dad, don't we?
Yeah,
We do that as a
we've had
special
some
release.
stuff go down, you know what I mean? Seeing things.
He
and
can be a Halloween special.
I switched it off. I couldn't do that stuff.
Yeah, a bit much.
Well, my sister's the same way. My sister sees pets.
All right, and the third and final question.
Go on.
Bloody hell. How many questions do you want in what? Who's this from? Adam, not me,
Adam Graham.
Oh,
From Adam
I know.
Graham.
You're getting your money's worth with this one, aren't you, Adam?
Adam who?
All right. I used to work with him at another fairground.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Right, where to start on this? Shall I just read you these questions?
Go on.
And then we
Quick
can
fire.
Will your children have they been introduced to Mr. Blobby? Thoughts
No.
on the traditional big English breakfast? Thoughts on the death of Jacinda Saldana and the circumstances surrounding it? Do you play video games? If so, which? If you could build your dream home, what features would you include and what aesthetic would you strive for? If you could make your own theme park, fairground, what franchise or theme would it revolve around and what rides would you include? Blue milk or butterbeer?
Oh, my God.
Bloody hell. All right. Let's take some key points here. Will your children be and have they been introduced to Mr. Blobby? No. He is nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't.
Oh, you've got Mr. Blobby. Can we play that?
I mean, no one else is. This is Mr. Blobby's song from. It's got to be 93.
I mean, oh my God.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, Jesus. Could you turn that up a bit?
Mr. Blobby
I mean,
is
there
a
you go.
big pink
Rubber.
aubergine eggplant with yellow spots on it. Oh,
Noel Edmonds.
Noel Edmonds. That's right in my ears.
Yeah, do us a favour. Turn that up with Owen.
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
Sarcasm. There you go.
mate. Jesus.
All right, that's enough.
We've
We
had
can
enough
stick
of
at that.
No, actually, Blobby came out after I'd left, because I left in, like I said,
Eddie,
1990, and he
I
was
was
like
in.
93.
I remember when that was
1993.
the number one
rage,
at
right?
Christmas.
Yeah. He was on
The
fire
Christmas
for a bit.
number one.
I
is
wish
the
he'd have been on fire.
bit right. He was at one point.
Oh, was he?
I've got to find that. The Christmas number one is the song you want of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And that, in 1993, was what the UK determined was the peak of musical prowess.
Oh.
And he was the mascot, an idiot mascot from a show called Noel's House Party. Who I watched him on there, and that was kind of fine, but then he entered the cultural zeitgeist to be this thing. I don't know what that means. It's just a very good word. And no, he's terrible. He had theme parks. He had everything. I went to Pleasurewood Hills, and they had a live meet and greet version of him there. I know he had some other ones as well. I think he had an actual full theme park.
Oh my God.
It's just terrible.
Mental. Yeah, so no,
Mental.
that's a no.
No, that's a hard pass on that one. Thoughts on the traditional big English breakfast? It's great.
I've just told you.
Yeah, I could do a big English breakfast right now.
I could as well.
That's it. All right, next question. Let's see. Oh, blimey, you're bringing the tone down with this one. All right, we'll do it. Thoughts on the death of Jacinta Saldana and the circumstances surrounding it. Do you know about this one?
I do
This was
not.
after your time.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure this is what it is. Jacinta Saldana was a nurse working on the ward that Princess Kate, the William's wife,
Yeah.
was in hospital for something in the early 2010, 11, 12 region. And a radio station it was either America or Australia, so it wasn't the UK.
Oh, it wasn't.
They called in to that hospital
Okay.
and got hold of a nurse and pretended to be, I think it was the Queen, and it was either William or Charles, one of the two. Probably William if it was Kate in the hospital. And that nurse put them through to the desk responsible for her and got information on the air, live on the air. And that obviously came out. It became a joke.
Right.
And the nurse, she's not here anymore by her own choice because of the...
Oh, you're joking.
Because of the humiliation, the stress, the panic, and the fact that she had given out this information and had fallen for this idiotic prank.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, thoughts on it?
Yeah,
That's an absolute...
thanks for that question.
Yeah.
That's my first thought.
Absolute tragedy, and that's not what radio should be used for. Terrible.
No,
That's,
absolutely not.
no.
Come on, man. It's like,
yeah.
what are you even thinking? Why? And how do you even turn that into a joke?
The radio
How do you
station?
prank-
I don't know.
how do you do the prank? What- I mean,
that station
what are you
shouldn't-
doing?
Those people shouldn't have a
Yeah,
job, and I
no,
hope they
no.
don't.
Jog on, as we say.
Yeah. Do you play video games? No.
How do I answer that?
No. I don't. I played Myst when I was younger.
No, I mean, I used to be a big time game. I used to play a lot of PlayStation and stuff like that, and I play the Switch.
Right.
JC's got a Switch, so we'll bang that up on the TV and play Switch stuff. But yeah, that's about it for me now. That ship has sailed for me.
I don't.
Gaming. I've not got enough time for it.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
If you could build your dream home, what features would you include and what aesthetic would you strive for? Gosh, something within budget these days.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're both very lucky in that we own our houses and
Yeah.
and bought them prior to...
I built my house.
You did?
So, I mean, I've kind of half built my dream house.
Yeah.
You know, we picked all the door handles and knobs and paint schemes and all that stuff. But
And I bought mine in 2018, just before the world ended in 2020 and the interest rates ended
Good
up shooting
timing.
through. Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
I looked at it the other day. I put in what, if we paid for what it's worth now, and the interest rate now, it'd be about $1,000 extra a month.
Mate.
It's
It's getting ridiculous. It really is. That's another path to go down. But
my dream home is the one that we have right now, due to the fact the interest rate is incredible, and you're going to have to bury me in the back garden because I'm not leaving.
I think I'd add an hibachi grill.
Oh, all right.
Oh, JC loves a hibachi.
A hibachi
That's it.
grill.
Yeah.
Just get one of those pancake grills. They're $20 in Target.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
Do you want like an outside one?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the outdoor kitchen thing.
There's a celebrity friend of mine who used to have one in his house.
Good grief. Of course you know everyone. All right, if you could make your own
bye-bye.
theme park, what franchise or theme would it revolve around? What rides would you include?
Oh my god. Well, I love roller coasters.
Yeah.
So we do all the fairground ones here
Yeah.
quite a bit, and they've gotten so advanced now.
Yeah.
Like you could do almost anything now with any kind of themed.
You know what I
coaster.
do?
What's that?
An indoor one.
An indoor roller coaster?
An indoor theme park.
Yes.
The fairgrounds are hot these days.
You'd make the theme park that everyone thinks we work in.
Yeah, right.
Fairground.
Fairground.
Yeah. A wrestling themed theme park.
He's got his wrestling in.
What would the roller coaster be called? The top rope? That's lame. Sorry.
Producer Owen and Wayne share a love for wrestling.
Oh, wrestling crazy.
Undertaker theme, the last ride.
Oh, the last ride.
Oh,
And it would have a drop at the end.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just go for
that's
the
the
indoor
Undertaker
one.
behind him on the wall. In case you,
I know who it is.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm ignorant. I'm not stupid.
Yeah,
It's,
we can talk about wrestling as well on here. Because I do it.
you do it, don't you?
I do.
You're taking a break for this month, aren't you?
Well, D Wayne, that British chap, has been
Oh, sorry, the alter ego.
barred. He's been because he's a dastardly. That's what D stands for. Dastardly.
Oh.
D Wayne. He's been barred from the next show because he's been very naughty.
Been naughty. You have to
Naughty
come
boy.
and find out what happens, won't you?
Yeah, tune in. We'll talk more about wrestling later.
Yeah, we'll do that. And then the last one, blue milk or butterbeer.
Well, here's the thing. So, when they first did the blue milk, it was delicious.
Right.
Then they've redone it, and it tastes like sunblock to me. I don't like it at all. So I'm butterbeer, and I'm sick of that.
I'll go with butterbeer because
Yeah.
I haven't had blue milk in about 2 years now.
Yeah, well, whoops.
Anyhow, right.
Yeah, butterbeer.
Thank you for that, Adam.
Frozen butterbeer. Actually, hot butterbeer is fantastic. Yeah, thanks, Adam. Those were
good questions.
That was a good 1,000,001 questions in
That's
one
a lot.
question. Thanks, Adam.
All right.
What's next? Where's the clipboard?
I think that's about it, mate.
Oh, we done?
Yeah, I think
feel
that's,
like we've
that's
just
epi-
gone here
that's
an hour and
episode
13
1.
minutes ago.
You got a bumper episode for the first episode. We won't all take your time up that long every episode.
Yeah,
but,
no. This is our first. How do you do? This is us.
Yeah.
We're fine. How are you?
But yeah. All right, Wayne, do you want to say goodbye?
Not really. I've been having a good laugh here. This has been a lot of fun. So, hey, thank you for those of you who've joined in and tuned in with us so far. We hope that you keep coming back to us and having a goz. And, of course, by doing that, thanks for joining us on Fish and Brits. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share if you could. That'd be fantastic. You can get us on all the fancy fandangles like your Apple, your Spotify. I did the T on that one.
You did, well done.
Amazon Music or wherever you can get your podcasts. We'll see you next week. What do you say?
I say that. Bye.
Bye then. See ya. Ta-da, lad. Fish and Brits. Fish and Brits. Fish and Brits. Fish and Brits.